Beta Flash 98, Aggony, the Prussian Prince versus Aggony Duck. The Prussian Prince, true to form, bringing a very meta army very early in the tournament cycle. He's got, let's see here, 6 Spearmen, 6 Demigryph Knights, Witch Hunter, and well, does he have more than 6 spears? No, he has 6 spears. But oh no, 7 spears. 7 spears? Yes, 7 spears. 7 spears for the Prussian Prince. Aggony Duck, Cairn Wraiths. Special thing about these guys and gals, being looking good. Being immaterial, they can ignore 75% of normal physical damage. Then we have Graveguard, anti-infantry. So a lot of Graveguard, a lot of anti-infantry. These guys and gals are armor piercing, terror causing. In the center here, ooh, hello there. We have a necromancer, flying one at that, and then we have the fell bats. The Prussian Prince doesn't have anything to counter said bats with, but they're not really dangerous units. What the bats could do, however, was to stop the charge of the Demigryph Knights. So that these Cairn Wraiths could get in and do the damage. And I forgot about these Crypt Ghouls. Crypt Ghouls, Skeleton Spears as well. Here the Necromancer is already, let's see, what is he doing? Ooh, hello. Wind of Death, I think. And now this is, I mean, this, oh, this, take note of the positioning of this Necromancer. He is far away from the heroes. He is far away from any, there aren't any shooters. Imagine that Wind of Death hitting the entire spear line of the Empire diagonally. That could have been devastating and a very dangerous move by Duck there, but fortunately for the Prussian Prince, it only took out a bunch of the health from his spears here, but they lost 2,000 health, and that is massive. And the Demigryphs are moving up, being almost completely unafraid, but Aggony Duck is trying to stop their charge with his bats here. But the Demigryph Knights redirect into the Cairn Wraiths, so the charge wasn't completely stopped there. It's a good idea, but it's hard to do in the heat of battle, and you can see the Graveguard are starting to crumble very quickly. All of these units are crumbling quickly. Let's see, the Necromancer casting Undeath Resurgent, inspired by ability. Over here as well, it's a royal mess. The Witch Hunter, I'm sure he's accusing someone of something. There he is. These Cairn Wraiths are getting some kills, but the Demigryph Knights are of course outpacing them. The Fell Bats haven't done much. When the undead leadership goes into the negative, the undead, what you're seeing happening here, these yellow things, I think that's the crumbling. So the magic that binds them to the will of the Necromancer or the Vampire is getting weaker as they are taking damage, and then they just disappear. So you can attack undead in the rear and stuff like that, make them lose the combat, and they won't run away, but they will start dying a lot quicker, which is actually a lot worse than just running away. Now these Wraiths are going to get a charge on the Demigryphs, it seems.
We will kill them all! Don't let the zombies out!
They said for France, but it sounded like they said for France. Like the country, and not Carl. The man. So the wizard, the Necromancer is landing here. I'm sure he's going to be able to get up when he chooses to. But it doesn't look too good for the undead here. There's a lot of crumbling going on, although they have many units in the engagement. The Empire General is surrounded. I don't see him being able to get out of here. The Prussian Prince is starting to send in Demigryph Knights for a desperate charge, as well as the Spearmen. If they could get a really good charge here, maybe it would be enough to save the Empire's General. Because what you'll find with the Vampire Counts is that aside from magic, they do kind of lack that direct damage, death-dealing ability in their infantry. So the might actually survive here, the General. The Prussian Prince is doing this very well in attacking the blob from several directions and surrounding the undead, inflicting morale penalties. The Crypt Ghouls losing decisively there. The Necromancer flying over and maybe wanting to get some magic in. Too bad I can't see what the magic reserves are, because then I could see which spells he could potentially throw here, but you can't see it. But at this point he is at least providing leadership bonuses. Ooh, casting what now? Hold the line, charge resistance, leadership. But the Witch Hunter is also in the fray, and the General has done a lot of damage here, 73 kills, that is a lot. And some of the Demigryphs are starting to run away here. Some of the Spearmen are running away as well, but they are coming back. Whereas the undead are just crumbling away. And you'll see this quite a lot when you're fighting the undead. The battles take a long time because even though the undead crumble when they start to lose a fight, there is magic to regenerate them, and you will be killing more men or more undead time and time again. Cane Wraiths are still in the fight here, making the damage. I mean, that ability to be able to ignore 75% of damage is quite good. But if you compare the stats other than that, if you compare the stats, they don't really stack up in the death dealing department. They're good at being dead, but they're not good at that good at killing. Although, to be fair, because they can stay in the fight for such a long time, they will eventually start killing things with their armor piercing. And Terror is also a pretty good ability, I'd say. Being able to rout enemy units is always useful. Here the Spearmen came back. I wonder if a love tap from the Necromancer would have made them get away. Well, would have made them come back. So the Cane Wraiths were accused, making them lose a lot of health. Only 44 health left now on the unit. More Cane Wraiths here. This unit isn't that low in terms of health. Undeath Resurgent, increasing their stats to pretty good levels here. There is still a Witch Hunter. Invocation of Nehek resurrects dead combatants, replenishes the hit points and heals the injured. So these Cane Wraiths able to stay in undeath for a bit longer due to the magic of the Necromancer. But there is a Witch Hunter, he's casting Slippery, and he's frightened by the enemy unit, so not immune to psychology, it seems. Should be used to seeing and fighting wraiths. Here the Necromancer charges in, trying to stagger the Witch Hunter or alternatively break some of these spare units. Out of all the armies we've seen so far, this has been the army that's had the greatest chance to defeat the Empire army, both due to a combination of the morale effects on the field here, and due to the bats swooping in trying to stop the charge of the Demigryph Knights. And if that first spell of ducks had hit perfectly, it would be very, very hard for the Prussian prince to bring things back.
At speed! Go!
So at this point he's just landing his necromancer because there's no point in prolonging this. And that's the necromancer dying, and a Pyrrhic victory there for the Prussian prince. A very good battle this. The Cairn Wraiths doing most of the killing for the vampire counts. The Demigryphs, of course, doing most of the killing for the Empire. Really, really good battle. Strength and honor.